Hi everyone. So today we are going to discuss some of the important concept on IIT JAM exam. So firstly I will start with the group theory, and in group theory we will discuss the cyclic group. In upcoming lectures we will go for the other topics, and finally we will go for the question based on this theory. So let's start with the cyclic group. So first I will discuss the properties on infinite cyclic group, and then continuation we will go for the finite cyclic group. So first, infinite cyclic group. So let G be an infinite cyclic group, and assuming that G is generated by an element A. So G is an infinite cyclic group, and which is generated by an element A. So first property is number of generators. These are exactly two generators. One is A and second one is inverse of A. If we are assuming A is a generator. Second property, if A is the generator, then order of A must be infinite. And from this we can imply that for all k not equal to n, k and n belongs to natural number, a to the power k is not equal to a to the power n, where a to the power k is a star a star a, that is we are operating a with respect to operation of g k time. So if k is not equal to n, then the integral power of a is kth integral power of a is not equal to nth integral power of a. From this property we can say that the function f, which is defined from the additive group z plus to g, which is defined as f of n equal to a to the power n. We are mapping n to a to the power n, where a to the power n is simply a star a n time, where star operation is the binary operation which is defined on g. Then this function is always 1 1 on 2 and homomorphism. That is, we can say that G is always isomorphic to Z plus additive group of integers. That is, every infinite cyclic group is isomorphic to additive group of integers. So these are the three important property for infinite cyclic group. Further, based on these property, we will continue with the other properties. Next property is number of elements of finite order is only identity element. That is, the identity is the only element which is of finite order, or we can say that every non-identity element is of infinite order. So this property you can use for if you have an infinite order group in which there is a non-identity element which is of finite order, then it must be non-cyclic. Next property, the subgroups. So next property is the subgroup of finite order is only trivial one, which is this one. That is, the subgroup which is trivial subgroup is only finite order subgroup, or we can say every subgroup other than this trivial group is of infinite order. And we know that every subgroup of a cyclic group is cyclic. So from this property, we can say that in an infinite cyclic group, every proper subgroup is isomorphic to group itself. So based on this property, we can write down if H is a subgroup of G such that H is not equal to trivial group other than this trivial one, then H is isomorphic to G itself. So this is the special property. In an infinite group, every group other than this trivial group is isomorphic to G itself. Or we can write down number of non-isomorphic subgroups in G is exactly 2. One is the trivial one, other one, all are isomorphic to G itself. So there is exactly 2 non-isomorphic subgroups in G, that is which are not isomorphic to each other. So this is the another important property. So these are main properties for infinite cyclic group. And in next section we will go for finite cyclic group, and then we will discuss the question. Thank you very much.